Steve Schafer is running for the nomination for the Conservative Party of Canada. Steve, could you tell us about your background and what is your platform and what is important to your constituents?
My background, I'm a management consultant and a political strategist. I'm also the executive director of the Canadian Foundation for Better Government. We seek to teach people, educate people on small c conservatism, and try and make people better campaign managers as well. What's important to the constituents? Well, I do have my axe to the tax. Everyone here, that's a very popular position. We are trying to secure our border, obviously, where we have drugs and guns that are coming across the border. We have farmers who are suffering because of the temporary foreign worker program that's had an issue. Every single farm is actually a corporation, and I think the Liberals don't understand that. As a management consultant, I can tell you that corporations thrive on predictability, and suddenly pulling out the rug from underneath these farmers is absolutely brutal just before, berry planting season, crop planting season, what have you. So that's very important. We have truck drivers here. I've got a Class 1 license myself. I don't drive professionally. That was just to help out on the farm when I was growing up. But, we have all kinds of businesses that are in trouble here. So the economy in general is important.
If getting elected as an MP, what are some of the key policy issues that are you going to be passionate about and you're going to be using your time to promote those policies?
It's the same policies, honestly, that Pierre is running on. Why? Do I have my own thoughts on it? Sure, I do. But I didn't fundraise millions of dollars and crisscross the country and earn the right by running the leadership to set the priorities, but I definitely agree with him axing the tax, fixing the budget, stopping crime, building the homes, right? So I do have the endorsement of the former Canadian Home Builders Association president. I have the endorsement of the vice chair of the Chicken Marketing Board and the former chair of the Canadian Dairy Commission. Our policies are in line with protecting farmers, with getting homes built, and my background in business, whether my master's in business or doing, management consulting, I know how to get houses built with a proper plan, but also how getting rid of a carbon tax and other useless taxes and bureaucratic red tape out of the way is going to help businesses thrive.
If you're getting elected, what are the things that you would stand for, especially for the residents of BC and BC's representation in Ottawa?
We're always slightly underrepresented whenever we have redistribution, but what other things are important to BC? I can tell you right now, I'm certainly happy with the direction that Pierre's gone. He made a commitment as soon as he started his leadership campaign to show up in BC at least once a month, and I can tell you as Prime Minister, he intends to come out here just as much, if not more. So he's going to be able to set the priorities for BC, but I'm happy to be in, hopefully behind closed caucus doors, offering my opinion of what needs to be done here. We do have very specific issues. BC obviously is where everyone wants to come to. We have the warm climate. It's a natural destination for immigrants from around the world, but we have a massive affordability issue. We have obviously a huge drug problem. It's going to require, also we have Sumas Prairie that's flooded, and we're only just now getting a little bit of attention to it. Massive issues that need to be solved, BC specific.
Talk to us about the theme of this Trudeau and Singh that has affected the lives of Canadians and how that can be changed.
Unfortunately, Jagmeet Singh has obviously been propping up a brutal, ignorant, dangerous government of Justin Trudeau, right? So how is it affecting it? Well, we could have had an election a long time ago were it not for him. So how is it affecting us? Well, we can see what we're doing now. We've got such an enormous debt that he has created that we're making a big pile of cash, $40 billion big, and we're setting it on fire every year in debt servicing costs. So I don't care whether people's pet issue are green issues. $40 billion could buy an awful lot of turbines and solar panels, right? How about doctors and nurses? We've got a massive crisis in Canada as far as healthcare. Why are we not spending that money that way? They don't even have a plan to restore us to fiscal sanity. So I've got kids. I don't know if you do. A lot of the people that were just at my event here have grandkids. We need to be concerned about their future. What's it doing to BC? As a management consultant, I was dealing with all kinds of people who are going under. There are farms out here that are just an inch away from insolvency. We need to get Pierre Poilievre elected, and we need an election soon.
What are some of the seniors' issues that your riding is facing, and what are the challenges that the seniors here are dealing with in their everyday life?
For a while, seniors have been forced to be withdrawing money and they don't want to have to out of their retirement savings, and they're being forced to spend it. I don't want to get into the nuts and bolts of that, but I know that several seniors are concerned about that. There's definitely a concern about the cost of living and how it's gone way higher than they ever could have predicted. So some of them are running close to, financial ruin, because you can't plan for someone taking our economy and just absolutely tanking it. I know that those are some of the issues that are most important that I've been hearing on the doorsteps.
What do you have to say about a 17-year-old kid growing up in your riding?
Oh, that's simple. We, and I use that in the corporate sense, we're devaluing your money. We're taking your future earnings and we're spending it right now and we're calling it a right. We, corporately, are the enemy. Stop voting for people who do that. Start voting for conservatives who are trying to fight for you and for your future, for affordability, to try and pay off debt, not throw big parties and leave you with a massive bill. Vote Conservative.
Well, that was Steve Schafer from BC in Abbotsford. He was running for nomination at the Conservative Federal Party.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Kenny.